introduce our team's newest virtual franchisee, Miss Mari Castro. I'm so excited. She worked so hard, and actually, I'm glad Dora's on here too, because Dora got some orders as well for her, and just, we just said it was going to be this month, and it was this month. So I'm just so very excited for her, and now we're going to knock out Dora's. I think within the next week or so, we're going to do a couple Facebook events and some friends and family calls, and it's going to be done. So we're going to go bada bing, bada bang. They're going to be done.
I love it. Awesome. And do you want to introduce Amber since Stephanie's not on?
Yes, I'm sorry. I meant to do that. I was just so excited over Mari that I couldn't help myself. And yes, so this, I think, is the first time that Amber's been able to make it onto this call, so I'm so excited to introduce her. She is Stephanie Bates' team member, and she is like really just knocking things out of the park. She is in California. She got her VF this month. She got, well, of course, including 2 team members, not just one. And one of her team members just hit her HLP yesterday, so Rochelle. So she is just going crazy. I mean, I know she's going to qualify her business next month because she's just knocking it out of the park too. So Stephanie's team is on fire right now.
Yay! Awesome! Congratulations, you guys. Those are huge accomplishments, and accomplishments. And I wanted to congratulate Brittany because she qualified her business. It's her very first month eligible, and she qualified it for the first time already, which is super exciting. And Christina has had a lot to do with that as well. Her team member, Christina, is doing a fabulous job. Christina is trying to wrap up her 2,000 plus by the end of the day today. She has until March, what do you have, March 8th? Okay, March 13th.
Yeah, March 13th.
Okay, but she's trying to get it knocked out today so that you guys, of course, know she'll get that, hey, Sam, she'll get that commission level 14% starting next month. So we'll cheer you on, Christina. We know you can do it. You're doing a great job. And then, Faye, you want to introduce Sam? Just hopped on.
Hey, well, Sam's been on here, but not for a while, so I'm so excited to see her. I'm about to go message Stephanie and say, get your hiney on here because your team's on here. So Sam, meet Amber, who is also on Stephanie's team. Amber, meet Sam, and Sam is in Hawaii. Maybe that's Stephanie. And there's, look, her whole team, and there's her other Amber. So
sorry, guys. I was putting kids down for now.
Stephanie needs to be hopping on. So I'm gonna stop introducing. Sam is in Hawaii, and she's same thing. She's just doing all kinds of stuff on her own, really. There, she joined when she moved, so she didn't really do any events with us here in Del Rio before she moved, and she hit her VF, and it's just not looking back since. So I'm so excited that you guys are on today. It's awesome.
Yay! And I see Melissa Ruiz too. Melissa! Oh my gosh. Virginia, I'll let you kind of share what's been going on in Melissa's life.
Well, Melissa can share that. No, she actually moved from Germany to my favorite place in the whole wide world, Phoenix, Arizona. And that's where I'll be moving one day. And she is just getting really excited and working her business again. And it's so fun to see her. She posted, I sent her some samples because she has nothing right now, she's living with bare bones, and sent her some samples so she could start sharing again with the actual samples. So she's getting to it. So she's got a goal to meet for herself. So.
Yay! Awesome. I'm so glad to see your face, Melissa. It's been a while. All of you guys, this is so exciting. And I am so stinking excited for it's the end of the month. And the end of the month always makes me crazy, but crazy happy and crazy excited, because that means qualifiers day. That means promotions. That means accomplishments. That means I get to make little memes. What does that say? Crazier. No, but right? Crazy eyes. That means I get to make little memes that say, congratulations, first time qualifier, or 2,000 plus, HLP. You guys, so much fun. Run through the rest of the day today like wildfire. And then we have all day tomorrow too. So just run. Because anything you do today and tomorrow is just going to do amazing things for your business next month and the months after. Anyway, it all just it pays off. It just pays off. So I am really thrilled that AJ Majors is joining us today. AJ is a friend of mine, and I met her. She's in the Juice Plus company. I'll let you share like who your upline is and what team you're on. But I met her through Image. You guys have heard us talk about a coach that we have and a community that we have that just kind of propels our thinking forward and helps us really just get to where we want to go faster. And so I've had the privilege of meeting AJ through Image, and then we got to meet in person at a conference and some events. So AJ, we aren't on this call too long. We have about 20 minutes. So I would love for you just to tell a little bit about yourself, share your story. And the reason I asked her to get on is because she's fabulous, first of all, but she's contagious. She's got so much energy and excitement. There's a lot of stuff popping on her team right now. And it's really been fun to just follow her on Facebook and watch her posts and feel her energy. She's young, she's got kids, she's really active. And I mean, really, it's just fun to hear from other people as well and what they're doing. You guys hear from me all the time, you know, and not that I want you to hear from me because I feel like I have some cool stuff to say because I'm learning from everybody else. But she just comes from a entirely different team. And so I know she's going to give us some great nuggets. So without further ado, AJ, yay! Thanks, girl.
Yeah, you got some energy today. I like it. She does. I bet it's always like this. It's not just today. So, okay. So like she said, I'm AJ Majors. I live in Lawrence, Kansas. My husband brought us here. He is a women's basketball coach at the University of Kansas. So we are rock chalk all the way, which is fun. We never thought we'd say that. Previously, we lived in Nacogdoches, Texas, actually. We were there with Stephen F. Austin State University. And when my husband first said we were going to Stephen F. Austin, I was like, yes, we're moving to Austin. No, we weren't moving to Austin. No, Nacogdoches. So anyways, we were really excited to be able to move back to Lawrence. It's great. We have a now 6-year-old little boy. His name is Mason. And it's just been great to be back home because my husband's family's from Kansas City. So this has been awesome. Okay, so my story a little bit, and then I'll kind of go into my team in a little bit in upline. So I started Juice Plus 6 years ago as just a consumer. I loved the product. I got it right away. I was using it as a prenatal. And then I started sending people to my sponsor as a customer. And she's like, this is silly. You need to be you need to be a distributor. That makes sense. And so, I started sharing it right away. I did the 10-1-10, which that's how long ago this was. They're 2000 plus now. And I got a free conference ticket. And Joy Kelly, you might know her, Jake Kelly, maybe more, her daughter, she gets me on the phone with my sponsor, who is Allie Schneider, and my national marketing director as well. And she says, you got to come to conference. It's in Long Beach, California. You're on maternity leave. I just had Mason. She says, you got to come. I was like, oh my gosh, Mason's 3 weeks old. I'm not really comfortable traveling with him. She goes, leave him at home. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. So I filled the refrigerator full of breast milk, and my husband survived for 3 days without me. He's a very hands-on dad, so I felt great leaving him anyways. And to be honest, that was like the best decision I've ever made, to leave my baby at home and go and see these national marketing directors say these incredible stories. I mean, I was bawling, and I know it's probably hormonal too. I mean, throwing a lot of that with the baby, but these stories of these women who are no different than anybody on this call, who have just amazing, amazing stories of trials and tribulations and successes and failures, and everything came together as a team to hit NMD. And so I got real excited about the vision. And I came home and I was really purposeful with my time. At the time I was working full-time in the athletic department at SFA. I had an infant. My husband's a traveling, recruiting basketball coach at the time. I was basically a single mom, with absolutely no family around. Allie and I basically co-parent our kids because we're together all the time. She's got 2 boys around the same age as Mason. And so we just made it work. We did events like crazy. And then when I decided to really push for NMD, she needed a strong SC leg. And that's what I did. And we were doing events 3 times a day. And this is when you had to copy and paste Facebook parties. Now you got Post My Party and Cint Share and all that. It's so much better. But we were just very purposeful, and she hit NMD in basically a matter of about 4 months, from SSC to NMD in 4 months. And we were on fire, and it was awesome. So that's kind of where that happened. And then when we moved to Lawrence almost 2 years ago, 2 seasons, we go by seasons in our family, 2 seasons ago, I decided to make Juice Plus my full-time job. Now, at the time, I was probably making a good part-time Juice Plus salary, which, you know, wasn't going to pay all our bills by any means. But I took a leap of faith, and I told my husband, I said, you know what? I'm not going to chase into a daycare for 1 year. I'm not going to just get a job that I had no passion behind. And so in a matter of about a year, I've tripled my Juice Plus business, and all of that is just working purposefully, really, really in stolen moments. My son's in kindergarten now. It's a lot easier for me to do my job when he's an only child at school. Okay, I get that, right? I get to work my job full time, but I've been on the other side, you know, where I've been working full time as a single mom, basically. So I've seen both avenues there. But as far as our team, you know, I'm very fortunate, and I love, love, love the line of structure we have. So I have Joy Kelly. I've got Dr. Mitra Ray. She's only about 4 above me. And so Mitra is very accessible, and I love that. But at the same time, it has nothing to do who your upline is. It's what you want to do with your business. And I definitely, definitely know that. It's nice to lean on other people, but really it's 100% up to you and what you put into your business. And what I'm hearing today is you guys are kicking some booty with getting some promotions and not stopping for Qualifiers Day. I think it's awesome. I love hearing that. You know, my team is really, really behind the Shred 10, and that really does stem from Mitra, I would say, you know, T30 and all of that. We have been really, really successful with it. So if you guys aren't 100% behind that or diving into it, just say yes. 100%. People do like programs. People do like to get behind something that's manageable, that has guidelines, or some people just like one simple change. Either way, you know, love on your customers, however. But with doing the Shred, I have basically, I fast-tracked a sales coordinator in 6 weeks. And that is kind of unheard of in Juice Plus, I know, but it was just all the stars lined up, and she hit it. And it was on Qualifiers Day of December. So remember, the company was closed one day. And so it was basically like January 3rd it was unheard of that we got that much time. We wouldn't have done it if we wouldn't have had those a couple extra days. But, you know, that was it was an amazing experience. But I feel like that is it's not unheard of. It really isn't. And so when I encourage people, it's fun to go fast, but it's fun to go fast with meaning. Make sure that you're taking care of your customers. Make sure that you're leaning on your upline, downline, sideline, image, family, whomever it might be. That is what, you know, I 100% lean on my image family. Whether it's my pod, my Mars people, you guys might not know about all that, but anyways, it's a huge community that's very like-minded. So that just makes sense. And then everybody needs to know your goals, whether or not that's just to hit an HLP or you're going for NMD, whether or not, you know, everybody needs to know your goals. Everybody, even here, sideline, everybody. So that's something I've been working on, you know, a lot of, but it's also just being very consistent with messaging, calling people on the phone. I know it's crazy. I actually really love to get on the phone. And I've gotten a lot of customers and a lot of reps by actually, you know, letting them hear my contagious energy. You know, I know Kristen has some energy. You guys all have to have some too, if it's trickling down for sure. And so that is one thing I have found to be really successful. And I know there's young people on here just like, I just like to message. That's all I want to do, which is fine. And you will be successful at that as well. But connecting relationships and building a stable and long-lasting business, you got to dig deep into those relationships and doing events. Oh my gosh, we have so much fun doing events. Now, an event might be nobody shows up and I have a girls' night with Allie with some wine. Yeah, we've done that a lot of times, and it's okay. And I'm going to blast Facebook that we had a wildly successful event because we did. I had a fun time with my girlfriend. So all the way up to, you know, Mitra is coming to Lawrence in May. So there's a wild spectrum of events, but being consistent with that. And, you know, we talk about this on our team, and I'm sure you guys do, is putting in the big rocks. You know, you got conferences and boot camps, regional events, and then you put in your, you know, your smaller rocks, you know, your pebbles of, you know, whether that's team events that you're doing or whatnot. And then you go down to the year's and those are your Facebook parties and messages and stuff like that. But having that stuff consistently on your calendar, 100%, that's why we're so successful within our team. We talk about events a lot. We love getting on Zoom. This is a great platform. But yeah, I think that's really everybody's success is different and how they get there. But I think it's really just, leaning on people a lot. Don't do this by yourself. It's so not fun to do. You got to do this. Find a buddy, whatever that looks like. It could be sideline, it can be upline, downline, whatever. Find a buddy, get some events on the calendar, have some fun, get your kids involved. I use my kid all the time. Let's talk about a tower garden. Okay, I'll video Mason talking about a tower garden. Nobody wants to see me. They want to see my 6-year-old eating kale off my tower. That's an event. Doesn't matter how big or how small, it's an event. Okay, so use your kids. Basically is what I'm saying there for sure. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have any questions or anything like that. Faye, you may ask.
I have a question. So
Yes.
I'm talking to someone and they say, yeah, I'm interested. How do you, and then you message them and say, okay, you're ready to get started, and they just don't answer. What's your favorite way to deal with that?
That's a good question. We have this question within our own team all the time. And you know what I've understood is people are busy. People are busy and they might look at that message. You might see that they look at that message, but did they really read that message? So one thing we really talk about as far as follow-up, whether that's text message, calling, I love the Facebook audio messages you can send people. They love to hear your voice. They want to. Hey, Susan, I just wanted to, touch base with you. I didn't want to drop the ball on my end. So you always make it about you, not them. I didn't want to drop the ball. I know you were interested in this. Is there more information that you need from me to get you started? Always come back on yourself. And I think that's been really successful verbiage that we've used. I don't want to drop the ball, period. But also it's just following up, checking back in a week later, whatever that might look like to you. We've really started doing DMOs, and I don't know what you guys do, and I'm not always very organized chaos, we'll say, but I love the DMO sheets that they give you through the missiondrivenmodel.info website. I've been starting to use those more frequently, and it's so much easier to go back and follow up. You have your little scratches there. What did you send them? What did they say? Blah, blah, blah. Because I used to put everything in Excel and then I'd never check it. Or I would write it all in a notebook and I lost the freaking notebook, or something like that. At least it's in somewhat, I always leave it in my office. It never leaves my office, and go from there. So that's a little bit of organizational stuff, but everybody's system is so different. Whatever works for you. If organized chaos works, do it. If a lot of structure works and you block off certain time throughout your day to be more time management efficiency or have efficiency, then that's what you need to do. Whatever works, but be consistent about whatever you're doing, for sure. It's a good question. I don't know if that was the original question, but it went into that. I do that a lot, actually.
No, that was great. I totally wrote down that verbiage. I didn't want to drop the ball. Is there more info that I can give you? I love that. Yeah, taking ownership is huge, because you don't want to be like, well, are you ready to order? Like you said you were going to. Well, what's the deal? So saying that this is my business, this is my job, and I'm going to take ownership for that and follow up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And one other thing that we're doing, which is really cool. So you guys have inactive reps on your teams. I'm sure you do. But they still have customers, and whether or not they're responding to you as reps, they still need to be taking care of those customers. So a project of mine, which so far has been working out really awesome, is I'm going through my entire downline, which sounds pretty tedious, but it's just like reaching out to new people, because some people aren't taking the product anymore, or don't know about the shred, or just different things like that. So I'm reaching out and I'm just saying, hi, I'm such and such's friend. It's so nice to get in touch. As part of my organization, it is important that I reach out to all the customers within my team, this, that, or whatever the conversation goes to. But it's also making sure that they get that free value with our Healthy Living Revolution cookbook, whether or not I just leave that, or the ambassador's guide or something. So they could be a customer who canceled 2 years ago, but it's still, hey, I'm still thinking about you. So if you guys are kind of stuck to where I kind of already reached out to a lot of my warm market and blah, 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 blah. Well, kind of reach out through your reports, and you guys are maybe too new to know what your reports are, but that is something like eventually you'll get to. There's money there. There is money there. There are people who need to be helped. There's people who just need more education. So that's kind of a little bit extra there, a higher level of activity, but it's so far been working out really, really well. And I'm pushing a lot of volume. I'm going for Q this month, end of March. And so I need as many orders as possible. So I'm digging deep, right? So yeah, it's fun.
I love it. I love that you're taking the time to do this for us.
Yes.
It's fabulous. I know you've got lots of excitement and stuff happening. Can you chat real quick just about like your why and your passion? Like where does that come from?
Yes. Okay. So like everybody's why we start this business, it changes over time, and it should change for sure. I started it to offset my costs. Then I decided to do it full time for my family, financial, whatever. Well, and I'll try not to get emotional. I usually do. But July 5th, 2015, my older sister passed away of cancer at the age of 36. She had 2 daughters and a wonderful husband. My sister has basically been battling cancer her whole life. She's about 16, she was diagnosed, and then it just never ended. And so anyways, when she passed away, we were devastated. I'm not the first person to ever lose a sister or have my nieces without a mom and stuff like that. But I really realized that, health is something people just take for granted. And with this community and people around us, we have such an obligation. Whether or not people are going to listen to us or not, that's up to them. We can't make that decision for them. But when I hear about babies with cancer and just illness everywhere, it just became an obligation for me. So once I got over myself and really understood that this wasn't about me, that this is about giving people an opportunity of health, opportunity of financial independence. I mean, I feel just as passionate about the product as I do the opportunity, that I really started to come out of my own, and I really dug deep into that why. And it really was because of my sister. And I don't want other families to have to go through this. So no, am I not saying that Juice Plus is going to save the world or it could have saved my sister. No, that's God's plan. But at the same time, I do feel obligated enough to share that. And if people are going to listen, I'm going to keep sharing. And that has really come through in my business, my personal life, how I attack my day. When you come from a place of caring and sharing with your heart, people are not going to say no to that. People will at least listen. And I will say, talking to family, your very warm market can be the hardest people to talk to because you want them on Juice Plus. You care so much about them. It might just take a little bit of time. It took 6 years to get my father-in-law, who's had 2 heart attacks, on Juice Plus, but now he is taking it every day. I'm sorry, that was the biggest win of my career so far. But so disease prevention is huge, and I would say that's my why is, my family, 100%. So dig into your why. There actually is a document in our mission-driven-model.info that you can dig through your why. You might not know what that is yet. This might be bigger than you even know what to do with, and that's okay. Like I said, it changes. But just think about stuff like that. What would you do if you didn't have to go to work every day and you could retire at 33 years old like I did into my Juice Plus business? What would that look like for you if you could retire your husband or stay at home with your kids, or just make an extra $500 a month? What would that look like to you? So I just feel like this opportunity, these products, this company, these like-minded people, I'm not the same person I was a year ago, and I'm certainly not the same person I was 6 years ago. The personal growth that I have had within this time has been amazing, and I'm truly blessed to be a part of it. I love it. Love, love, love it. So yeah, I hope that was okay.
Yes, that was great. AJ, thank you so much. Okay, we have time. Do you guys have any other questions for her? We have time for maybe 1 or 2 more questions real quick. That was fabulous. Go ahead, Amber.
Sorry, I couldn't unmute myself. No, I just wanted to say that it's so funny that you say use your kids because Kinley, I swear, she walks around the house like every day with a little play cell phone. And she'll be like, Mom, I'm talking to Faye and Kristen about Juice Plus. She'll be like, I just want to order more gummies. And her teacher actually ordered from me because I didn't even plan on telling her teacher because I was actually scared. And she walked in one day and was like, she had one of my samples she had gotten out of my purse. She's like, here, my mom sells Juice Plus gummies. Do you want them? And her teacher was like, oh, yeah. I'm like, ordered it. And I'm like, well, that was easy. Like, okay. I'm like, she's cuter than me. People will listen to her more.
I love it. And I mean, that's what we do a lot of social media is I just share our life. And we do a lot of smoothies. We do a lot of salad in a jar parties and, you know, whatever it might be. Just share your life. I don't even say Juice Plus half the time. People just know that this is our lifestyle and my kid's never sick. Done. You know, and what are you doing? What's your secret? There's no secret. There's Juice Plus, you know, and this lifestyle and these community of people and all of that. So I love that, Amber. I love it. Kids don't care. Kids will say what they want. You know, if we just had that ambition of not caring what people thought, can you imagine? Yeah, it'd be awesome. So.
Oh, I'd be getting so many orders if I didn't care.
All right, Amber,
It's random people in the grocery store.
We're going to make you not care. We're going to care so much that you're going to share. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Awesome. All right. Anybody else real quick? Anybody? Okay, AJ, thank you so much for taking the time to get on. It was fabulous. I was taking notes. Like, you got me all excited to even share more. So thanks for sharing your story with us. Everybody else, you guys, we've got a call at 2:30, so we're going to hop off and hop on, and Jackie's going to be chatting with us. So I know it's going to be some good stuff. You guys hop on that call. AJ, thanks again, girlfriend. We'll chat soon someday.
Okay, see you all in Anaheim.
Yes.
Kristen, can you say the number for some of the newer people might not have it, but they're hopping off anyway though.
I'll post it in our group right now. Yeah. Oh wait, here's some of you are still there.
Sam's there. Sam, do you have the number for the Shooting Stars? Okay, it's 228
Got it. Okay.
620 0510. I don't know if Amber has it.
I'll post it in Team Solar right now and we'll tag her in it.
Got it.
Okay.
I'm so glad you got on. You made my day.
Good to see you, Sam.
Thanks.
Bye, girl. We'll chat soon. We need to connect again.
Yeah.
Okay.